Hello everyone, welcome back to Mindful Investing. Before we talk about stocks, I want to talk about something far more powerful today. The mindset that creates true wealth. Because the truth is, you don't become a millionaire by finding the next hot stock, you become one by mastering yourself. There are three words that can completely change your financial life: discipline, patience, and consistency. I learned this the hard way through wins that made me confident and losses that made me humble. But every experience taught me one single thing: wealth doesn't come from speed, it comes from staying patient. So, today I want to share what that really means, not just for your investments, but for the way you think, act, and live. If you understand this deeply, you'll start seeing money, markets, and even time itself in a completely different way. In life, we all want to become something meaningful. We all dream of doing something great, building a life that gives us freedom, stability, and pride. And for most of us, that journey begins with a motivation. We watch a motivational video, feel fired up for a few hours, and tell ourselves, this time I'm going to change. But then life happens, the excitement fades, we slip back into old habits, and we start to wonder, why does this always happen to me? It's because motivation alone doesn't build success in life or in investing. Motivation is like a spark. It lights you up for a moment, but it fades just as fast. Discipline, on the other hand, that's the steady flame that keeps burning even when everything feels uncertain. In investing, motivation is what gets you started. It what makes you open your first brokerage account, but discipline it is what keeps you invested even when the market drops 20% and fear takes over. Motivation makes you excited about the next big stock pick, but discipline is what makes you actually study the company, read the earnings report, and stay focused on your long term plan when others are panicking. Discipline is the difference between people who chase quick profits and those who quietly build generational wealth over time. When you invest, the real challenge isn't just picking the right stock, it's managing your emotions, your habits, and your time horizon. Because anyone can buy a stock, but very few can hold through drawdowns, very few can stay patient while others double their money overnight, and very few can keep learning even after losses. That's why I say motivation starts the journey, but discipline, that's what gets you to the destination. Discipline means you save before you spend, it means you invest before you celebrate, it means you study before you speculate. It's what turns a small investor into a long term wealth builder. And once you understand that wealth is not built by being lucky for a week, but by being consistent for years, that's when your mindset transforms. I'll be very honest with you, I have made a lot of mistakes, a very big ones. When I first started investing, I wanted fast results. I was chasing those quick wins, the next big thing, the hot stock everyone was talking about. And yes, I made money a few times. That rush of seeing green numbers on the screen felt incredible, but it was temporary because whatever comes fast goes even faster. One bad trade, one wrong decision, and all those quick profits vanished overnight. I still remember staring at my portfolio thinking, how did I lose this much so quickly? That's when it hit me. The problem wasn't in the market, it was me. I wasn't investing, I was gambling with discipline. I wanted the rewards without the process, the growth without the patience. You see, the market has a way of teaching you humility. It doesn't care about your confidence or your motivation. It rewards patience, it rewards consistency, and most importantly, it rewards discipline. That's when I stopped asking what I can gain today and started asking what I can build for the next 10 years. Because true wealth isn't built from chasing highs, it's built from planting seeds. For each dollar you invest consistently is like a seed. At first, it doesn't look like much, just a small step, tiny contribution, but with time, with patience, with compound growth, those seeds turn into a forest. And if you stay consistent long enough, you'll reach a point where your money works harder than you ever did. That's when discipline truly starts to show its power. It's waking up early to steady financial reports when no one's watching. It's choosing to invest instead of spending on something you'll forget next week. It's holding on to a great company when the market tries to shake you out. Discipline is not glamorous, it's repetitive, it's quiet, it's uncelebrated. But that's exactly what makes it powerful. When you keep showing up every day, when you invest a little, learn a little, and grow a little, you're compounding not just your money, but your mindset. And that's something no crash, no correction, and no market noise can take away from you. Warren Buffett didn't become a billionaire overnight. He built his empire one disciplined decision at a time. 99% of his wealth came after his 50th birthday, not because he found a magic formula, but because he stayed the course. Elon Musk didn't build Tesla or SpaceX because of short bursts of inspiration. He did it through relentless discipline, sleeping on factory floors, solving problems when others gave up, and never waiting for motivations to strike. That's the same kind of focus we need as investors, because markets will test your patience. There will be noise, hype, and fear, sometimes all at once. But those who stay calm, disciplined, and consistent, they are the ones who come out on top. Every time you invest, you're not just buying a stock, you're buying a small piece of your future. A future that rewards those who think long term, who stay disciplined when others lose focus, and who believe that wealth is built slowly, quietly, and intentionally. That's why I say motivation may get you started, but discipline will make you unstoppable. We will all grow wealth together, not by chasing shortcuts, but by staying disciplined, patient, and committed to learning. When we educate each other, we empower one another. When we share what we learn, we rise together. Let's build a community that values patience over greed, knowledge over noise, and growth over luck. Let's spread positivity, wisdom, and discipline, because financial freedom is not just about money, it's about mindset. I want everyone to build wealth with a purpose and not chase wealth, because wealth without wisdom is temporary, but wealth built on patience and discipline lasts generations. Let me tell you something I've learned the hard way. There are two kinds of investors in the world: those who chase quick returns and those who build lifelong freedom. The first group burns out fast. They get caught up in hype, buy when everyone's euphoric, and panic when the market turns red. And the second group, they stay calm, they stay invested, they trust the process. They understand that every dip is an opportunity and every delay is a lesson. And that's who I want you to become: a mindful investor. Because mindful investing isn't just about numbers, it's about mindset. It's about staying grounded when the world feels chaotic. It's about learning every day, taking control of your emotions, and letting discipline guide your decisions. When you combine financial education with patience, you don't just make money, you create peace of mind. If you're just starting your journey, remember this: you don't need to be rich to invest, but you need to invest to become rich. Start small, be consistent, even if it's just $50 a month. The key is to begin and to continue. Don't focus on the next week, focus on the next decade, because 10 years from now, you'll either be glad you started today or wish you had. Time is your greatest asset, not your salary, not your connections, and not your luck. It's the quiet compounding of small, consistent decisions that creates massive results over time. And remember, motivation may light the spark, but discipline keeps the fire alive. And that's how real wealth is built, day by day, decision by decision. So let's grow together, not through hype or shortcuts, but through discipline, education, and patience. This community is about spreading positivity and empowerment, because if one person learns the value of discipline today, that ripple can inspire hundreds tomorrow. If you learned something from this video, give it a like, not just for the YouTube algorithm, but to remind yourself you're choosing growth over greed, you're choosing consistency over chaos, you're choosing to build your future with intention. Leave a comment and share your biggest investing lesson, because your story might inspire someone else to stay disciplined on their path. And remember, we will all grow wealth together, not by chasing what's fast, but by believing in what lasts. Thanks for watching till the end. I truly wish everyone watching this a huge success in your life, career, and investing. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay patient, stay mindful, and stay disciplined.